What's going on, guys? I just got done watching Thursday Night Football between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, which of course was the first game back for the real NFL officials. And overall, I thought it was a very entertaining game. I enjoyed watching it the whole way through, and it really played out the way that I thought it would. I thought the Ravens would come in maybe a little bit faster off the beginning, but it ended up being about the same score that I predicted. And Baltimore looked pretty impressive on offense once again, and Cleveland's defense, they have a very underrated defense. They don't always get a ton of credit, and I definitely think it hurts them not having their number one cornerback, one of the better cornerbacks in the league, in Joe Hayden, who I believe comes back after this next game that they play. I think it was a 4-game suspension. But one of the surprises for me in this game for the Cleveland Browns was Brandon Weeden, and that's because he looked very good towards the end of the game, and he gave them an opportunity to win. He helped them go down the field after they had 2 penalties on the same play that backed them up to like 2nd down and 32 from like the Baltimore, near the Baltimore 45-yard line. And he helped bring them back down the field and gave them a shot to win. He threw the ball into the end zone on 4th down, and it was incomplete. It was just one of those scenarios, basically like Monday night, where it was a jump ball and see who comes down with it. But there was a penalty on that play by Paul Kruger, a very stupid penalty for shoving Joe Thomas, and he went to the ground. They threw a flag, and they got one more shot, and Brandon Weeden got hit on the play, or he got brushed a little bit by someone's arm, and he threw the ball out of the back of the end zone, and that was the way the game ended. But overall, I think Cleveland Browns fans have to be slightly impressed at least with Brandon Weeden. The only knock on him is that he's improving, but he is also like 29 years old next month, and so there's always that in the back of your mind. It's like, yeah, he's improving, but how big is his window? But let's forget about that. I think Brandon Weeden is looking pretty good right now, and if you consider the guys that he has around him, I think it's very impressive what he's been doing. Even though he completed less than 50% of his passes, he had an ugly pick 6. I mean, it was one that rookies throw a lot. It was a quick out route that got jumped by Kerry Williams, touchdown Ravens. It was one of his bigger mistakes of the night. He had no touchdown passes, partially because Greg Little decided to drop multiple passes in this game. That one was a tough catch, but if you're going to be a number 1 receiver, most number 1 receivers catch that football, and Greg Little only had 4 catches. He should have had like 6 or 7 in this game. And I thought that Brandon Weeden's most consistent threat out of the receiving game was Trent Richardson, and there was one play in this game that I was raving about. I talked about it on Twitter. It was where Trent Richardson picked up a blitz of Ed Reed, went out for a pass, made the catch, and he got the first down. It was a great football play, and I liked a lot of what I saw in Richardson in this game, although he only had 47 rushing yards. I like the way he runs the football, and he's also a good threat in the passing game, which is going to make him even more valuable in Cleveland, as they don't have real threats outside of him, and Ben Watson's pretty good at tight end, but there isn't a lot there that's consistent. I mean, Greg Little, Josh Cribbs left this game in the first quarter after being blasted on a punt return. They have Jordan Norwood, Travis Benjamin, who almost had a punt return for a touchdown in this game. But on the Baltimore side now, it was another very typical Joe Flacco performance. Took a lot of shots downfield. He did throw an interception in this game, one in the red zone. It was in the end zone, it was intercepted by a linebacker, but he also had 356 yards passing. He had a lot of good throws as well. I think the player of the game has to be, for the Baltimore Ravens on offense, is definitely Anquan Boldin, who made some terrific catches in this game. Definitely made the most out of the throws that Flacco was giving him, and he just made a lot of very good plays on the football. I mean, it's what a number 1 receiver has to do. He was adjusting to the football, and he came up big when they needed him in the 3rd quarter especially. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of surprises for me in this game. I think that Baltimore's offense has definitely improved, and yeah, their defense has slowed down a bit. I mean, Ray Lewis is getting older, and so is Ed Reed. There is no Terrell Suggs, the reigning defensive player of the year. I think that hurts a lot with their pass rush. But, I mean, overall, the Ravens are a good football team, and the Browns have to work a lot, especially in their passing offense, because there's a lack of receivers there, and Trent Richardson can't do it all by himself. Brandon Weeden can't either. Brandon Weeden, though, throw 300 yards with this receiving core is impressive. I mean, no matter the circumstances, with this receiving core, it's pretty impressive for Weeden. So I'm liking what I see from him so far, minus that first game of the year. That one had to get out of the way, but since then he's looked much better, and I expect him to continually improve, and hopefully I can get some consistent threats around him. Maybe it'll take another year to get some real weapons for Brandon Weeden. He can truly blossom in his 2nd year. We'll have to see. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch him play longer. But basically what I predicted in this game was that it would be kind of tight, but the Browns wouldn't be able to keep up with the Ravens offense. I predicted a 23-13 victory for the Ravens, and it ended up being 23-16. After, for majority of the 4th quarter, it actually was 23-13. I did not want anybody to score so I could actually get a game right, and really bounce back by getting the score perfect, but I was very close, my closest prediction of the year, I'd have to say, and really nothing surprised me besides the play of Brandon Weeden was a little bit better than I expected, and I saw once Baltimore got that pick six, I'm like, alright, the pieces are falling in place here. They finally made Brandon Weeden make the mistake, but can he answer the call of duty, and can he prove that he's an NFL quarterback that deserves to start longer than one season? And to me, he is being impressive, but I wonder how long if he's going to have the same head coach and offensive coordinator next year. I mean, there's going to be a new owner there. I think there could be a new front office, and so I really wonder what's going to be in store for Brandon Weeden's future, and if he has new scenery around him, if that's going to be good for him, because that team's 0-4 right now. I'm sure Shermer is on the hot seat. But we are only a quarter of the way through the season, still a lot of football left to go, a lot of speculation still to come, and so we'll continue to watch these teams going forward, but right now the Ravens are looking very good, and now they can rest up for their next game in Week 5, and I'm not sure who they play. I haven't checked the Week 5 schedules yet, but I had predicted a 23-13 victory. The Ravens won 23-16. I'm 1-0 on the week so far. Good start. My first Thursday night game I predicted correctly, and so yeah, that's basically it, guys. So the recap, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Leave your thoughts on this game as well in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later with my picks and predictions on Saturday probably, and I'll preview the Vikings versus the Detroit Lions. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.